Hello, everybody. I want to do some makeup. Ooh, a little bit before Mitchie gets home. I threw my hair up. It's crazy. It's so red and orange and pink and all kinds of different colors. Okay, let me tweet this real quick. If I can find it. Where is it? Who knows? There it is. Hey, Jigglypuff, I'm good. How are you? Hang on, let me tweet this real quick. I think I did, but I don't know. I have to manually go in and do it. Oh, it is tweeted. Okay. It worked. Yay. How are you? Hey, Sassy. Is anybody else live? I hope they're not. I looked. I didn't see, well, anybody that I'm subscribed to live right now. Hopefully they're not. I want to do my makeup. Hey, IBL. I took care of what you needed me to take care of. I sent it to her. She said she would be mailing it out to you. That's why I got a long Twitter message from. You will never guess. Does it start with a C? Maybe, possibly. I'm going to put this stuff on. I love this stuff. I haven't heard anything about that in a minute, ever since she was talking again. I think she stopped. An apology? She owes you an apology. Good. I'm glad. She didn't like the message that I sent her. Because, see, she would, here's how it went down with us, I'll tell you. Every time, because, you know, I mean, I still talk to people from over there. Hey, Lori. And I would go in to support different people. I don't want to call them out by name because it has nothing to do with them. But anyways, I would go in to support them, and she would like have something to say every single time. So finally, I was just like, you know, I'll unblock you on Twitter. I'll message you. So in the message, I told her how I felt. You know, I told her that I was a different person then, that I got caught up in the whole situation, and her and I just don't have anything in common. And that might sound mean. That might sound harsh. Hey, Penny. Hey, Amanda. I'm so tan. That's primer. I'll show you which one I just used. This is one I got in BoxyCharm. I love it because it's so good for dry skin. It's Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. It is really good, but it's really greasy. Hey, Penny. Hey, Danielle. How are you? I've been living life. My hair is so bad today. I apologize, you guys. It is really not good. And then I put this one on top of it, which is another one that we got. It's Cover FX Blurring Primer, and it really works. Like, you can tell just by, hey, Kimberly. It's just real, Stephanie. I feel you. I know what you mean. I don't know. And honestly, I mean, look, not that this matters, but there's a big age difference. And at the time, I was obviously in a way different. I was a completely different person than I am now. Look, I'm not that girl anymore. But anyways, so there's an age difference. There's just there's a personality difference. And honestly, I don't even know what the attraction was. I can't even explain that. Like, now looking back on it, I don't even see what I ever seen in her. I would never know. Anyways, this one I just put on, like, because I don't have huge pores, but really I like it to fill my lines in on my forehead because they're bad. And it works. I mean, it's not, you could still see them, but it definitely helps them. And it blurs for sure. But it's a little bit like mattifying, I guess you would say. So that's why I put the other one on underneath it. Hey, Anna. And that another thing too, Jigglypuff, that, and this isn't to say, this is not taking any blame off of myself for anything that I knew happened or seen happen or anything. Like, but honest to God, so much shit would have went down differently if I wasn't associated with that person. I know that for a fact. That doesn't take any responsibility away from me. I'm obviously completely responsible for every action I've ever made. But it just, I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. And that's what I said to her. Not everybody's cup of tea, you know? I'm blurry. I think it's my camera. See if that helps. Maybe I can make it focus better. Focus. Hey, Mel. Hey, Robin. I want to get into the Trisha Paytas thing too. My hair is pink and orange. Like it's crazy. It's a look. How's everybody today? Have you all heard about the Trisha Paytas thing? Like she put up a video. So, and I honestly don't know how I feel because it's hard because you really shouldn't even know these things, right? If somebody's personal life, if something's happening in their personal life. But on the flip coin of that, if you vlog with that person, you make videos with that person, you're going to be asked about it over and over. You love the pink. Thank you. It's a bit better. Why is it like this? Hang on. I'm going to turn my phone off of the internet. I always do that and it never helps. Now I just put a little bit of this under my foundation, the Tartist Pro Glow stuff. It doesn't really do anything, but it makes me feel like it makes my foundation look a little bit more dewier. But anyways, if you make a video about something that's personal, if you live your whole life on the internet, you kind of have to, you don't have to. You can do like Jaclyn Hill did, and she just didn't even discuss it for a long time. A lot of people speculated on it, if they were getting divorced, were they still together, blah, blah, blah. But if you live your life on the internet and you're almost like a personality as one, because they did everything together all the time, you kind of have to address it. But anyways, the title of her video is "We Broke Up Because I'm Too Fat." And first of all, do you all know who Trisha Paytas is? She's fucking gorgeous. Hold on, I'm going to show you a picture of her. I would screen share, but then you can't see me put my makeup on. So you think so? I don't think it is. Did you hear the video? I'm going to let you all hear some of the audio in a minute. She absolutely sounds heartbroken. And then he made a response now. And in his response, he sounds heartbroken. I think before, maybe it was, because a lot of what she does obviously isn't real. I think that their relationship was real. I want to believe that it was real. Hang on, I'm going to show you guys. She's so beautiful. Like, I think she is stunning. Like, here's one picture. Like, this is probably from a photo shoot, but look how beautiful she is. Yeah, I seen the other video too. I'm going to talk about that one too. I want a full body. Let me find a full body picture because she's a curvy girl, but she's fucking beautiful. Okay, here's her in a bikini. Okay. Bikini shot. Fucking stunning. Okay. So I'll put on a little of the audio about them breaking up I'm just going to put it on my phone because if I screen share. First of all, you won't be able to see me. Shut up. You won't be able to see me doing my makeup while we're talking about this. And second of all, because I can't. You think she's trolling? I hope that they are not broken up. My shorts are unzipped. I hope that they're not broken up. I love them together, and I think that he seems hurt though. But they're both internet personalities. They both are actors. So maybe, possibly, that's the case. Could be. Absolutely could be. I mean, she trolls for a living. That's what she does. Listen, here's a little bit of her crying about it. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Because she talks about, okay. Because I even was with my family and I just told them. Short unzipped. Mr. Boot. Hey, honey. I need to be alone. Because the pain and I feel in my heart. This is the foundation I'm going to use. It's like the greatest pain I've ever felt. I love it. You know, any assholes ever cheated on me or did awful things. People could throw lamps at me. I've had people push me downstairs. I've had people cheat on me multiple times. Like, I've got STDs from people. Like, none of that compares to the pain I'm feeling right now. All of my foundations are still a little bit too light on me, but I'll fix it. It'll get better. Ignore it for a minute. I did tan. Yes, I've been in the sun. This one's not too bad, though. It's a little light. Except myself. I'm completely disgusted with myself and how I look and how I feel, and I'm so sorry to be letting everyone down. We went to the Grove earlier to try and shop. She should never, ever be ashamed of the way she looks. And I know she eats whatever. Look, if I could fucking eat everything that I wanted to eat, like right now, say, because I'm like, I have no curve to me at all, right? But right now, if I could fucking eat as much as I possibly could and look like her, I would fucking kill myself trying to do it. She's gorgeous. So many people, girls come up and say, you give me so much confidence, and other people be like, I love you and Jason, and I couldn't do it. I got text messages from one of the companies I work for saying they were standing next to him at VidCon, and I can't do it. I have to just tell people. So last time we broke up that night, he texted, we broke up for a week in May, and he texted 2 other girls. So if that happens, we're broken up. He's single. He can do whatever he wants. So I want people to know that. He's making out with people for David's vlog, and what's fine. We're not together. He could do that. So I wanted to make the video for that reason. To just say, like, if he's going to do that stuff, he can. He's single. 2, as you guys know, I'm going to take a break for a really long time, but I'm okay, and I'll be okay. Hey, Tammy! She says that she's going to leave YouTube until she loses 50 pounds. I don't think that'll happen. I hope that doesn't happen. She doesn't need to lose 50 pounds. The fuck? Trisha Paytas, don't lose weight. You're gorgeous. If you watch our vlogs, you saw a lot. I mean, we play a lot for the camera. It's amazing what foundation does for your face. And also, I told anyone doesn't hate, because honestly, as like a person, and she may be doing drama. She may be doing just drama, but man, I believe it. I honestly believe it, and it breaks my heart because I love them together. Really amazing human. Like he has a good heart. So this issue isn't even on him. It really is on me, because it's something I can't get past. And he made a remark. We were doing an interview for This Is a Real, for a reality show we were going to do together. And wait a minute, it might be part of the reality show too. I didn't hear that part last time. She just said that the interview that they were doing, I knew they were doing an interview, and he says that she's they're both heavy or whatever. And she is definitely being dramatic, but you can't tell somebody, first of all, how they should feel about something that their significant other says. That's each individual person's decision, right? Like, nobody knows how bad words hurt unless you're the one experiencing the situation. Yes, they did break up. She says it's not fixable, is what she says on the other video that she released today. But anyways, it may be for the reality show. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then I'll play the other one. And like, I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, and it's probably not to most people. Even he was telling me it's not a big deal. He never apologized for
for saying I think you overreact, you can't let things go, but this is something I really can't let go because I've never had someone. And then when I talked to him later about it later that night, he's like, it was just a reference to like we're both heavy, and then it's like my heart even more because I've never had someone. I get a lot of fat comments and fat stuff on the internet. And yeah, it sucks. And everyone knows my struggle and insecurity, especially Jason. He knows my insecurity. We had a fight about a week ago. I didn't eat.
Hey, Amber, I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics. Oh, my eyes itching already. Oh, the BH Cosmetics concealer and the Makeup Revolution concealer. This is TP. What is TP? Toilet paper? She gets scared and runs away. I think she is pushing him away on purpose.
Because he told me I was sick because of my diet, even though I told him don't say anything about my diet, don't say anything, and it wasn't that. I went to the doctor and I was sore throat for a separate reason. Anyways, well, one thing is I'm so sensitive about my weight. So sensitive. Everyone knows this. This is why all the comments say you're fat, lose weight, because they know that's my trigger. But I've never, ever had anyone say it to my face. A friend, an enemy, someone I've hurt, anyone I've broken up with, a friend. I've never had someone refer to me as fat to my face and then tell me I'm happy.
She's a dark angel. She is absolutely gorgeous.
So that's why I want you to be mad at him. And this stings so much and it's so painful because he's right. I am fat. You can take one look at me and I am. I lost gained a lot of weight. I am disgusted by myself. I was so humiliated that he would just say it and it's just on the tip of his tongue and he justified it by, he's like, well, you talk shit about a lot of people and the minute someone says anything to you. And I said to him, I was like, you know what, you're right. Me saying I don't like somebody and complaining at you or joking with you about people we don't like. This is you calling your girlfriend fat.
Okay, in his video, he said that he apologized and whatever. She released another video today, just a while ago. Hang on. Ad. Anyway, she released a video, and this has audio in it of him saying the things that she accused him of saying. Hey, Taylor. I think she's the biggest troll on YouTube. She absolutely is the biggest troll. She's a genius when it comes to trolling. But she's still, hang on, I'm gonna turn up a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's running, does it? Mad at you. What are you mad about? What are you mad about? I really always talk about my weight, like every day. It's so annoying and so frustrating. I don't care. You brought it up again. I didn't bring it up again. You did. You're like, secretly, I think you're like trying to not eat, get skinny, and then you were the one that said, I'm gonna get an ice cream and I have to throw it out. I can't eat trying to do it. I said the first day we met, you judged me for having an ice cream at noon, and not much has changed. Yeah, you brought it up. But then you brought up my weight and saying that I'm trying to get skinny. I'm not. I've been eating the same. I was joking.
What she's mad at him at there, this was her evidence of why she's upset with him, is he said, I think you're secretly, because they were going to get ice cream for a vlog or something for filming. And he said, I think you're secretly trying to lose weight so you can be a size skinnier and hotter, pretty much. So that's what she's upset about.
Oh my God, okay, let's do this. You're so sensitive. I look at my face every day. That's when I'm like trying to get over it, and then you bring it up again. I told you I don't care. It's not common if I'm getting skinny or if I'm getting fat. Like, it's just better not to be common.
Okay, if they were doing an interview for a reality show, wait, what did you say? She is the mukbang queen. I followed her for many years. I think the drama is for upcoming shows. Yeah, that's what they were talking about was a reality show. And if they were already doing, what do you call this, an interview for a reality show, then they have to do that reality show, right? Like, it could definitely be for that. because I don't know, he seems really upset, but fuck, they're actors. So, I mean, that's their job. Hey, Jamie. What she said was, and I don't know, like if this is true or not, but she said that like she doesn't say anything about her weight, and that because I don't think she thinks that she's fat, but she doesn't like anybody else to say that she's fat. So, obviously she has insecurities, but I've heard her many a time say that she doesn't think that she's fat at all. Use my favorite powder ever to set my eyes. Hey, Nippy. The Maybelline Fit Me In Fair, which I use every single day. Love it because it's so fair. I look pale. I'll fix that in a minute. I need a new small brush too. I got it, but it's way too light. It's probably still, it could be too light for me now, to be honest, because I'm obviously, like, even my face is too light for my body right now. So if I had foundation, I need to get some new foundation. If I had foundation that actually matched my body, then probably it would be a little bit too light, to be honest. Do you like the powder, Amber? I'm obsessed with this thing, and I hated it when I first got it. This is the Pure Bronze and Brighten palette, and it's like 3 really shimmery shades: the bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush, and they're really good. Oops, I'm trying to show it without blinding you. So good. At first, I think it was too light for me, because this is another brush that we got. It is the Pure Cosmetics Bronze and Brighten palette. I think we got it a couple months ago, possibly. And they're shimmery, like shimmery. That's why I thought I would hate it, but I like it for the summertime. It's really pretty. And this brush we got from BoxyCharm, and I love it for bronzing. I love BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm is my favorite. Like when I had no tan and I used this bronzer, it was super orange, but now I like it. My eyes are watering already. Oh, this one. Is it this one, Amber? Hang on. Where is it? No. No. It's one of the pink Luxie brushes, right? I can't find it. No, here it is. It's this one. Is it this one? Hey, Diane. The Luxie Pro Precision tapered brush. I use it to dust off, like, sometimes too I use it to powder my under eyes if I don't want a lot of powder under there. I need to move this phone because I can't see anything. Wait for views and content. Just my opinion. By the way, we're doing ladies' night again tonight since I had computer issues last night. Oh, okay. One time was it it came on, but you all never came on. What happened? What's ladies' night about tonight? I want to laugh. It looks better in person than it does on camera because it's really reflective on camera. It's not as reflective in person. I kind of have to bronze my whole face right now because I'm so pale. They're being so loud. I like everything in this palette too. All the powders are really good. And I didn't like them at first. I love this brush for blush that we got in BoxyCharm. It's my favorite. Oh, it is for blush. I've never looked at it. But I love it because it's tapered like this. So you can just go. Ladies' night is whatever you all want it. Okay. Sounds fine. Bye, Mr. Boo. You too. Hey, Regina, how are you? We only cheer for the heroes. Sounds like a fun time. Amber, did you ever answer me yesterday who you were talking about was streaming? I didn't go back and look at Twitter yesterday. Was that yesterday? Could not have been. Hell, I don't know. I think it was yesterday, though. I can never find the brush I'm looking for. I just had it. There it is. Clean off on my leg. I always feel like, do you guys have like one side of your face that looks better to you than the other side of your face? Like this side over here never looks. It'll be one or the other, I swear. Never both of them. I'm not going to contour. I just want to keep it like bronzy. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to put makeup on. I followed her almost 12 years. I just subscribed. Yay! You're going to love it, Linz. You are going to love it. I'm telling y'all, almost every single brush that I use, and I haven't even been subscribed that long. It hasn't been a year. I know it hasn't been a year. I don't think it's been a year. No way. But anyways, I don't remember when I signed up, but almost every single brush that I use, minus eye brushes, are from BoxyCharm. So if you need brushes, I like it because it's makeup, brushes, skincare, primer. Oh, I just love it. My cat's trying to get out. Hang on. I'm going to put a different highlighter on. I like that highlighter, but it's not too bright. I'll wear this one today. And I don't think there's a waiting list. Do you all hear them? They're playing with each other, and they're very loud today. Put my mirror away. I need a big mirror. That's something I don't have that I need to find. I need to just order one off of Amazon, probably. It's like a stand. Oops, hang on. A stand-up mirror, like you can put your mirror up there and not hold the damn thing like this. That's what I need to get. The highlighter that I'm wearing is one of my fucking favorite highlighters. Thank you. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow in, this one's Precious Petals, but I have Botanic Dream. I have like 4 of them. They're all fucking amazing. And they're like $4. They could not be better for $4, you guys. They're not just good for $4. They're just fucking good. They're so soft. They look so good on. Like sometimes if you wear makeup, you know what I'm talking about. Like when you put a highlighter on, it looks really, what do you call it? Chunky. Like this one is a little bit chunky. Like when you put it on, it feels chunky, but it's really bright. Okay. But you can see it on your skin. This one, these kind, they look more like like your skin is just wet almost. I don't know how to describe it, but they're so fucking good. If you find them, buy them. They're $4. They're so worth it. So good. Oh, and the other one that's my favorite, this Botanic Dream. It's like a pinky looking one. So pretty. Like I would never think I would love this color. And I love it. It's such a weird color. You can't tell on here, dang it. Ugh. Here, I'll show you in the pan. It's like a pinkish champagne-y color, but it's pink, but it's really bright. I don't know how to describe it. It's fucking pretty. Get the damn thing. You'll love it. You won't be sorry, I promise. What is fat shaming? I'm it's to be honest, it's just like whenever you use someone's weight to make them feel to go after them with I don't know like a definition of it or how to describe it. Oh, it's so pretty. He wasn't there. He rang me, but he wasn't there. Okay. So if that I like to like I have tons of stuff that are not from the drugstore, but I would rather on camera use or even in everyday life, just use more drugstore things that are great because honest to God, there are so many drugstore things that are just as fucking good, if not better in a lot of cases. And I know like when I started out with makeup, hey Mimi, if you when you like first get into makeup, you don't have a lot of makeup and you don't know where to start. You don't even know if you're going to, want to spend money on it, whatever. It's really overwhelming. And you have a lot of people telling you, oh, this is so amazing. You have to have this. Hey, Sunberry, like you have to have it regardless of whatever, you know what I mean? And I felt that way in the beginning. And I don't want people to watch me and feel that way. Like I want people to watch me and be like, yeah, you can get, you know, you can get a good look with drugstore stuff. Eyeshadows are the only thing that I would say I dropped it. I don't know where it went. Under my chair somewhere. Drugstore eyeshadows I have a problem with. They're few and far between. I've shown these before. These Milani palettes. This one's like so old, but they're like $9. They're so good. Hey Sky. Oh wait, what did Margot say? I've been using Angela from Super Sense Crayon Case brand. It's amazing. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before. But anyways, you don't have to ever. Like you can absolutely 100% do whatever kind of makeup look. Hey, Dancing Queen, whatever kind of makeup look you want from the drugstore. You do not have to. Everything I've put on today, minus my primers, which I got in BoxyCharm for free. Not for free, but for $20. Everything else has been drugstore. The foundation that I used, I was playing the video, so I don't know if y'all seen it. It's the Rimmel Long Lasting Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. It has comfort serum in it. It's so good. I don't know if they sell it still because last time I got this one, and this is a different one. This one's good too, but this one's so much better. It's so full coverage, right? And I only put one layer on it, and it's really like it's not sticky. like you don't even have to powder it. And it's really good for dry skin. Really, really, really good for dry skin. This one, the one with the red top. I know you can get it on Amazon. Don't know if you can just go in like Walmart and buy it anymore. I don't know about that. Okay. I need to do some kind of eyeshadow. I'll just use my BoxyCharm palette that I got this month. I'm going to use this palette. Hey, Izzy. This is the one that we got in BoxyCharm this month. These 4 right here are mattes. You have like a yellowy mustard looking color, an orangey color, a more like maroon looking color, and a warm tone brown color. This is a greenish teal color, a blue. These are shiny and they're so pretty. Hold on, I'll show you. Look at them. They're both blue. This one's a little bit like greenish. I don't have anywhere else to swatch on my hands. They're so pretty. And they're really soft and really, really good. I don't know how much this retails for anymore, to be honest. It's on my card somewhere, I'm sure. And these are the other 2 shimmery colors in here. Look at them. They're so good. The mattes are great too. Like, hold on, I'll swatch the mattes for you. They're probably not going to swatch good because I didn't put them on the right fingers, but they're pretty. They're all great. And it's by Alamar Cosmetics is the name. I know it's a YouTuber that made it. Rena Del Caribe eyeshadow palette. That's her name right there. And it says volume 1, so they're probably going to make another one, but it's so good. And I think it's cruelty free. Yes. Made in Florida. We got this in our BoxyCharm this month. I think everybody got it. I'm pretty sure everybody got this palette. If you don't know what BoxyCharm is, it's $20 a month for 5 full-size items, I think. Most of the time, they're full-size. Every now and again, you'll get travel size. But if you get a travel size, it's something that's really expensive normally. Every box is worth at least $120. I don't think we've ever had one less than 120. I need something with a mirror on it. I'll use this one. I'm going to start with that yellowy looking color. The kids are so crazy right now. My favorite blending brush ever. I ordered a new palette from BH Cosmetics and a new brush set, but it's not here yet, so I don't know when it's coming. It should be here soon, though. Hey, Trailer Park, how are you? Oh my gosh, they're off the chain right now. Plan. Diane, what time are you going live? So we can let everybody know. Because last night there was nobody there. When I clicked on it, I don't know if it was just that I was late but when I clicked on it, there was no video there. And I had just gotten the notification. And nobody was home. I was like, what the heck? Love BH Cosmetics. The one, Paula got me the Zodiac palette and 2 of the shimmery palettes. They're down there. So good. So freaking good. I love them. The one I ordered was the Weekend Festival palette, and I've watched reviews of it. It's supposed to be good. It has colorful colors in it. And I was going to get the Manny palette, and I just didn't want to spend like $50 for something I wasn't going to use all the time. And I already have a million palettes. So I figured I would get that instead. Diane had computer issues. Okay, that's why. What happened? Because I got the notification. And it was late, too, when I got the notification. And I clicked it, and it was like video had been removed. It's like, oh, Dr. Koala. I wanted to ask Dr. Koala if her video, she's probably not here. Itchy. If her video got copyright strike, because it should not have. I watched it, And her video was absolutely transformative. It should not have gotten a copyright strike. And it doesn't matter who or what it was about. That should not have, hey, Patch, that should not have been copyright strikeable at all. It was absolutely transformative. If you all don't know what transformative is, I know a lot of people don't know. Like copyright is a thing, right? You can't take somebody's work and use it. But there's this thing with videos that if you take somebody's work and you transform it, pretty much you're transforming their content into your content. It's kind of like what the news does, really. I guess the news would fall under fair use. Some other things. What did Crazy Side Piece say? Yes, she is Crazy Side Piece. That's why I was asking her. I think she's gone already. She might still be working. I like these matte shadows because you can build them up a lot. But anyways, fair use is the loophole that they made for parodies, say like for comedy, or if you just want to do commentary and critique somebody else's content, as long as you are critiquing it and changing, talking about it, making it transformative, then it's fair use and you cannot get a copy strike for that. That would be a false copyright strike claim. Fair use is starting to go away. YouTube has been giving copyright strikes regardless. Are you serious? Well, whenever I got my copyright strike, no, I didn't get a copyright strike. That was wrong. I got a bullying claim, but it was because I was playing somebody else's content that could be considered bullying. So mine was a false copyright strike, but I didn't fight it. But how about now, you guys, on my other channel, my 3 months is up. Listen at this, Patch. My 3 months is up, right? They take your, they give you a strike for 3 months and take your live streaming privileges away. How about, hey, Crystal, why don't you have, it must be a different channel. Hey, honey, they take your streaming capabilities away. Mine are gone permanently. My strike is gone, and it says that my live stream capabilities have been revoked. No explanation. Like YouTube didn't tell me why, what's going on. None of that. Like they literally didn't say anything. They said, that I got not a copyright strike, a fucking bullying strike or whatever for playing somebody's content that was considered bullying that they didn't even get a strike for. But anyways, and now it's been 3 months and I still can't live stream. It says it's been revoked. And YouTube, I mean, they didn't tell me that was going to happen. Hey, Evelyn. Like, it's so annoying. I might just leave this color on and put something on the lid. Actually, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do because I really like this color. So what do you all think about that? Anybody have any suggestions of what I should do? I mean, not that it matters, but still, like I should not have live streaming. I shouldn't have my live streaming capabilities revoked without YouTube saying, hey, this is why your live streaming capabilities are revoked on this channel. I'd never gotten a strike before, ever. Okay, what you need to do is send YouTube a message and tell them your community strike has fallen off and they need to give you back your live stream capabilities. Okay, so a message where? On YouTube? Is that what you mean? I thought we couldn't message on YouTube anymore. I'm so dumb when it comes to YouTube. Thank you for your help, by the way. I don't know what to do. I was like, yay, I'll be able to live stream on my other channel the other day when I went live. And I went on there and nope, it was not going to. Oh boy, what you doing? Crystal, you should come live with me. I'm almost finished getting ready. That happened to me. Did you fix it, Barbie? Yes, give me 2 seconds and I'll send you out a link. I'll see if Crystal wants one too. Doughboy, do you want a link? You can have one if you want one. My eyes, like this one, look, if I look straight on, This one is so droopy compared to this one. They're completely, give me a few, I'll be right back. Okay. They're completely different shades. That's why it's hard for me to make my eyeshadow look worth a damn. It's hot up here. I think I'm going to do this and then put something on the lid and then put a bright color on the bottom. One of your eyes is droopy too. And I try to like compensate for it to make it look like this one, but I can never, you can't, I can't. No matter what, when I open this eye, you can't see anything. You can't see my lid ever when I open that eye. I'll put a little bit of orange in my crease. Just a little bit. I put a little bit of that orange color in my crease. I'm back. Welcome back. And another thing about this eye that I hate this eye. I have like a patch out here that eyeshadow will not stick to. Like no matter what I do, what primer I use, no matter what, it will not stick. It hates being there. Okay, let me put something on the lid. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What's wrong with Amanda? What do you mean? Oh, you just mean about what they were talking about earlier. Just to say, I don't think there's anything wrong. I think that it's just because I know they were talking about it in a stream earlier. So hopefully everybody has agreed to just let that situation go and move on. Hopefully. Uh, mm. Can't find any brushes I want to use. I use that one. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, I just walk on in after months. Hope you guys are well. Sure. Yes. Walk on in. I hope you're well. Honestly. I really, really do. Tired of fighting. I don't want to fight with anyone. I don't want to fight with anyone on the internet ever again. And that's what I was trying to say in that chat today was, and I think everybody is going to do this. I hope. I hope that was the consensus. But to just agree to disagree. Like I said in that live stream, and I'll say it here, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've done things that I should not have, that I feel bad for, that I've apologized for. None of us are perfect. Nobody on this platform perfect. Everybody's made mistakes. Nobody is, I don't know, nobody's worth all the time being angry and mad and fighting over all the time. It's ridiculous. So I know I said I would not um, bring up anything to do with that, with any situation that's came from the past. I'm perfectly fine with that. Hopefully, other people can do the same. That would be great. Eyeshadow kills my eyes. Even though I wear it, it hurts really bad. That's too fat. Damn. I spilled my brushes. Back. Wait, what did Penny say? Paula, hey honey, are you allergic? I am, absolutely. I don't know what ingredient it is. Yeah, I'm absolutely allergic, but it doesn't stop me. I can't not wear it. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. Yeah, but it's absolutely something in the powders that I'm allergic to for sure. Not allergic to the point that it does anything to me. It just makes my eyes itchy and watery. Most of the time, just watery. Sometimes it bothers my eyes. Yeah, and Paula said that she can't use anything with talc in it. Today it's worse because my eyes were already irritated. I guess from allergies, they were already pretty bad today. Like I could claw them out of my eyes right now, honestly. Ugh. Sometimes I take Q-tips and go in the corners. I know it sounds horrible, but it helps. Okay, done with that. Need this, yes. They're pretty itchy. Pretty fucking itchy right now. Itchy ass eyes. Hate them. It's okay. It gets better in a minute. Like, it's really bad right after I get done doing my eyes. That's when it's the worst. But it's still pretty much all the time. I think that it is partly allergies too. And usually I don't have any. I have tons of skin allergies. And I'm really like, but usually I don't have any to pollen, but my eyes have been really itchy. And maybe it is makeup because I wear it every day. Could be just that. I don't know. Did I show you guys this mascara? I don't know if I did, but this is the Essence I Love Extreme Mascara. It's like $4, I think, $3.99. I got it at Ulta, and it's really good. I love it. I have to do my eyebrows. I don't want to. I might just put some of that brow gel in my eyebrows. So lazy when it comes to doing eyebrows. That's why I never get better at it. Because half the time I'm just like, it can wait. What? Hey, Ash, I didn't even see you. Like 25 minutes. Rest line was perfect. I'm probably more intelligent than you will ever be in my entire life. Mic drop. Who was she talking to? He see blue. I'll be nosy. I like Jenny. She cracks me up. And she's a sweetheart and nippy. Whew. So itchy. Probably very. Okay. Hang on. I'm getting ready to send you and Patch a link. Give me 2 seconds. I'm almost finished. I want to be done. I'm hurrying. Watch, I'm going to get it on my eyes because I'm hurrying. I'm sure. I really like this mascara. I was using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, which I like, but this one is probably better, and it's $4, maybe $4.99. But I think it's $3.99. I could be wrong though. It's good. I've heard a lot of people like these Essence mascaras. This is the only one I've ever tried. Is this blue one? I want to try the rest because they have tons of mascara. Essence is good, anyways. I got the Life's a Drag palette. Do you like it? I thought about getting it. I was going to get it. That's what I was saying earlier. But instead of getting that, I got the Weekend Festival palette because it was so bright. I didn't think I would use it and get my money's worth out of it, you know? I probably should have. Did you all see the Jaclyn Hill palette is not coming out? I'm not surprised. It was getting bad reviews, you guys. Like I haven't sent it yet, Crystal. I'm gonna send it in just give me 2 minutes and I'll send it. The reviews that the people were giving it, like even her friends, they were trying to be kind of easy on it, you know, but even her friends, because it was so blatantly bad on camera, they couldn't not say something about it. Not that they would lie, but I feel like you're going to try to give your friend the benefit of the doubt, you know, but it was so, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I want it. If it was the same as the other one, you know, like it would totally be everything you could ever need, really. But it absolutely was not the same. So they said something to do with the formulation, and they're holding off releasing it, and they're going to fix the formulation, hopefully. I doubt that they won't fix the formulation now. You know what I mean? It has to be what they're saying it is now. Now that they stopped it coming out, like if they just wouldn't have said anything, people would have bought it, whatever. But now that they like stopped it, making people wait, and like people that already bought it in Vegas, I think, or wherever, they're getting a refund plus the gift. They're getting a new palette plus a gift. So I think that's great that they're doing that and not just ignoring that everybody's giving it a bad review. It's a great price though. Like each palette's only $15. That's really good, especially if it's the same quality. Like it takes in this mascara, what I like about it, like you could pretty much put on as much as you want and it never gets clumpy. It just gets more like volume to your lashes. I have the littlest, teeniest, tiniest lashes that have ever existed on the face of the planet. They're so little. I could have put false lashes on, but I didn't want to today. Next time I will. I really will next time. It itches less whenever I put this mascara on. Okay, now let me put something on my lips and then I'll send out the link. Oh, my eyebrows. Oh, I'm just going to put on some mascara on my eyebrows. I'll just use this one. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous. I don't know what it's called. It's all rubbed off. I love it though. L'Oreal. I can't think of the name of it. It's one of those that has little fibers in it, like the Make Me Brow by Essence. That's so good. If you all want a good mascara, I think I've told you this before. If you want a good brow mascara for like $2, might be $3, I don't know, is the Essence Make Me Brow or whatever. So good. So good. This L'Oreal one is so good too. This is the one that Kathleen Lights always talks about. I don't know the name of it because it's all rubbed off. It's a little better. Not much. I'm sorry. I'm not doing a full brow today. I just cannot. I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. Marie, you're a ghost. I think if I went and I'm going to do this, go and get my eyebrows shaped, it would be so much better because my eyebrows are so crazy because I'm trying to let them grow. I've been trying to let them grow for months and months and months. I don't think they're ever going to grow anymore. Plus, I bleached the tail of this one. Dang it. When I was bleaching my hair, I got bleach in my face, bleached the tail of my brow. It's now completely gone. It looks like I have no tail on the brow over there. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm almost finished. And then I'll send out links. Oh my God. It's bad news over here where it's bleached. It's okay though. It'll be okay. Who does that? Who bleaches their own eyebrow? I don't even know how that happened. Okay. So give me 2 seconds and I'm going to send you a link out. I promise. I don't want something matte on my lips. I really don't. I hate matte right now. Oh, I know what I can use. Where's it at? Oh, I don't know what I do with it. Oh, I could use this one. This one's good. Was Hey 7M free and not oppressed by an N, and I can come up and talk finally. Ooh. Who's in? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. DM me. Oh, yes. Paranormal Night tonight, 8 p.m. on Umber's channel. See, Marie's going to be on there. That's exciting. Something to watch. Thank you, Paula, for that. I need to start writing things down. I have the worst memory. Like, I never remember when people's streams are supposed to be, ever. If you guys want a good, comfortable lipstick, these Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink things are so good. They feel sticky, but they dry in a few minutes, and they're comfortable. Hang on. I'll tell you in a second. I think I've talked about them before. This color is Loyalist, and it's so good. I don't know how to describe it. It's doesn't really dry down on your lips, but it's not really sticky either. You could feel that it's there. Oh. Okay. DM me. We'll set up a date and a time. Absolutely. Oh, my eyes are burning. Okay, Crystal and Patch. I'm sending them out now. I'm finished finally. I need to redo my hair. It's horrible. Oh, see, you can't even see my eyelashes. I should put on false lashes. I would look so much better, but can't be bothered. Crystal. Patch, DM me. Please, sir. Oh, my eyes are so itchy. Okay. I'm such a complainer. Such a complainer. That's what I was going to say. She was answering the question that I asked her. I don't know why she typed it so many times, but she or he. I sent Crystal the link. Oh. Okay. I should curl my lashes, but I swear it doesn't make any difference. Like nothing I do helps my lashes. They're so stubby. Like Mitchell's lashes are so beautiful and long and curled, all of the things that you would need. But if he wore mascara, it would be crazy. He would never need false lashes. No, you're fine. You're going live at 8, Diane? Is that what time? If I had an up-close picture of his lashes, I would show you guys. They're so beautiful. He has those bedroom eyes. So much. Hello, Patch.
What's up, brothers and sisters?
How
It's been
are
a while,
you?
Steph. How you doing?
I'm great.
I'm slowly getting better. I took a fall a few weeks ago. Well, I showed you the back
Yes.
injury. It's still been giving me
Yes.
trouble. So sitting in my chair for hours, just trying to do shows and shit's just been killing me. So I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
been doing anything.
Yeah.
But for your issue that you're having on your other channel,
Yeah.
go to your my channel page.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll all the way at the bottom and hit the help button.
Hang on. I'm going to look at it right now.
Okay.
While we're talking, because then I can't fuck it up. Okay. So go to my channel.
Right.
Okay.
Scroll all the way to the bottom and then hit the help button at the bottom where it says about, press, copyright, creators, advertise.
Okay. I see that.
Right. Now send feedback. You'll get when you hit that button, it'll say need more help. Contact us, need more help, send feedback. Send feedback button.
Okay.
And when you hit the send feedback, it'll open up a thing where describe your issue or share your ideas.
Yes.
That's what you have to use to get in touch with YouTube help.
Thank you. I would have never in a million years known how to do that.
Well, yeah, I found out because I had some issues with the internal error 500 message they were giving out a few weeks ago. Nobody could get onto their home pages, and I figured it out the hard way. But yeah, that's how you get in touch with YouTube help. Sometimes it also helps if you call Google HQ directly.
Call them directly?
You can call Google HQ directly, not YouTube. YouTube doesn't have a phone number, but you can call it. You can actually pull up the headquarters number and call them.
Okay, cool. Good. I would definitely try that. And
What's up, doughboy?
It's not that I really even care. Good? Hi. Where'd Crystal go?
I'm here.
Oh, you're with him. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I thought you were on the panel, were you not?
I was, but my phone keeps going in and out. So I would just
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
Crystal's phone not working. But see, I wouldn't mind, right? Like I don't even care. But it's the principle is that I shouldn't be revoked live streaming capabilities, like for no reason.
The only way they can really do that to you, well, mind you, they can do it to you just because they fucking you blink wrong or you look at them cross-eyed through the monitor. But typically, the only reason why they'll do that revocation thing when your time is up, when your time in YouTube jail is done, is because somebody else keeps flagging you or reporting shit on you.
Oh, but I haven't been doing anything. I haven't even been posting videos
That's
on
not
that.
the point. I have friends who lost a channel because they were mass flagged from videos they did 5 years ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, do you know Rosie? Do you know Rosie O'Kelly or Rosie Murphy?
No.
A transgender lady?
No.
She lost her big channel a few weeks ago because she was mass flagged by people who didn't like her from a video that was done like 5 years ago in a short skirt.
That happened to Jacqueline Glenn recently too. She got her channel back, but the same thing happened to her.
Nowadays, the trolls are fucking with people left and right. They're not just fucking with them in the side chats or talking shit or leaving shitty comments. They're doxing people. They're now mass flagging, making shit up to get people struck so you can't do lives for 90 days. And if they keep doing it, one or two things will happen. If you keep getting mass flagged, YouTube will end up ignoring it because now they figure people are trying to be jerk-offs.
Yeah,
after they've checked it once already. But on the other hand, you get the algorithm that says, okay, fine, they're being mass flagged, let's kill them. Let's delete the channel. I've had friends who've lost, I think, 30 channels in the past couple of weeks. 30 channels from people that I know.
Well, I think it's good news that Instagram is launching a full length, like they're trying to compete because YouTube needs an actual competitor. That's the problem. YouTube has no real competitors and they don't, therefore, so they don't have to try that hard. You know what I mean?
You better stop right now or else they're going to go ahead and delete you for doing that.
I don't care. Very
By the way,
the problem
Pop-Tarts in chat and you're making me hungry.
Well, the problem with Instagram, though, is they're also owned by the same people that own Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Amazon. They're all owned by the big companies.
Right. And I know that it's going to be censored the same way that YouTube is being censored. But what I'm saying is they'll have blatant competition because Instagram is already so huge compared to, you know.
Well, I mean, even Twitch now has changed. Twitch used to be the last bastion for free speech and video game playing. They're becoming.
They're way worse than YouTube. Twitch is worse than YouTube.
It didn't used to be. They just started being worse in the last 6 months because now they started taking more advertising money from big advertisers. It's just the same shit with YouTube. You got the big advertisers who are pulling all their money. So YouTube's like, screw you, you can't have this.
It's mainstream media because who else competes with mainstream media? Not only does YouTube compete, they run motherfucking circles around mainstream media, you know? So they want to kill YouTube as much as possible.
No. Mainstream media also has a big influence on YouTube. A lot of the mainstream media outlets, every fucking show host has their own fucking YouTube page with millions of subscribers. So they're not so much running in opposition to YouTube. They're making the platform all about mainstream media.
Well,
puppies,
but there's
kittens,
still tons of people. There's tons of people that I watch that wouldn't have a platform anywhere else. And they're not going to have a platform here much longer if it keeps going the way that it is, you know, because we're so polarized and people, we've gotten to a place that people are at this weird, like, situation where if they disagree with what you're saying, that they can't even engage with you at all. And it's weird. It's hard.
Well, they've just changed the subscription button. You know, when you look at your side chat, your side panel, see, I'm
what does that mean?
Firefox. But what they're doing with the subscription button is, it used to be you, me, Crystal, Doughboy, we all do a live stream, okay? Within 30 minutes of each other, okay? I do one now, you do one 30 minutes from now, Doughboy does one 30 minutes from now, Crystal does one 30 minutes from now. What it used to be was they put the newest at the top of the screen. Like if you hit your subscription button, you can see what your subscribers are doing.
Yeah,
they got rid of that
too, aren't they?
What they did was they no longer put who's newest. They'll put a few up, then they'll put old videos up, like something that was streamed 7 minutes ago, as opposed to people who are currently streaming.
Don't
So
worry,
it means if you're looking for somebody,
are you in a windstorm? Okay.
No,
Because
it's
it's
DAC.
but what they're doing is they're splitting it all up. What they're trying to do is optimize what people want to see, as opposed to putting the
what they're
newest
trying to do
first.
is put
Is bury
things in
people.
people's subscription feed that they want you to see rather than
Exactly.
what you choose that you want to see.
Exactly.
I've been getting more people on mine that have been people that I'm even blocked. So I don't even understand why the hell I even get anything for them.
Well, because you're not blocking them. The idea of you blocking them is bullshit now. It's called hiding, which means you can still go watch their shit. They can still watch your stuff. You just can't comment on it, which means they can still flag you. They can still strike you. They can still all do all that lovely shit trolls like to do, but they can't talk. So when you type something to somebody in a side chat or try to leave a comment or try and send them a message, it doesn't go through, but they can still watch all your fucking stuff, which makes no sense to me. I'd rather have it where if I block you, you can't come to my channel at all. Because if you block somebody because you have serious issues, it's not unheard of and actually is becoming commonplace for these people that you don't like or don't like you to come and screw with your channel. And now they can do it.
Hey,
And
Kiki.
you don't even really know they're doing it. It's crazy.
Well, and here's another thing that I did not know until like the other day, right? I thought if I blocked somebody from my chat, hey, Kimberly, that I was blocking them from commenting on my channel. That's not the case at all. You literally there's 3 different ways you can block people on this platform. You can block them when you're in other people's chat so you can't see their comments. You can block them from your live stream chat so they can't comment in your live stream, and then you can block them from commenting on your channel.
Well, see, the thing is, now when you hide them, you can hide, it's all over. So if I hide some, say, okay, just hypothetically, I'd never do it, but say I hit Crystal here. I will never see her again unless she's a mod in another channel that I'm in. Because then she'll see everything I type.
But because I'm telling you, I hid somebody on my mod blocked somebody on my live chat, but they could still comment on my video.
That's because that was a personal thing. So if Crystal hides me, Crystal won't see me. Well, no, she will because she's a mod. Let's say Emily hides
I
me.
couldn't see the person in my live stream. Like she couldn't comment on my live stream, but she could still comment on my video. I had to go and block her.
Yeah, if you hide them, exactly. If you hide them, it takes away from everything. But if Emily does, say Crystal hides me, it hides me from this live chat. It doesn't hide me from your videos.
Thank you, Kiki. I just did it before we started the panel. Okay, yeah. See, and I see both ways, right? Because I completely understand freedom of speech, but there's a big but, because there's at a point when if you're going to slander someone that they don't have to see or hear what you're right. Like I don't have to watch somebody if they're slandering me, or if if they're going to come to my chat and they're going to slander me, then I'm okay with blocking that. Just having different ideas or whatever, that's fine. But if you're going to slander somebody, I think it's okay to block them.
Well, the bottom line is if you're going to be an asshole, I'm getting rid of you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to
How
allow people to be assholes. Huh?
I'm an asshole.
What'd you say, asshole?
You're not an asshole to me.
Yeah.
That's the point. We could be assholes to each other, kidding around. But I've had people come onto my channel because now I talk about a lot of political things. I'm a constitutional conservative. I'm right of center. I'm not right wing. There's a difference. But I talk about a lot of things that people, that leftist liberal fucktards scream over, cry over, howl over on every November the 8th since Trump got elected. But I get them coming on my channel calling me all sorts of horrible things while I'm trying to have a conversation with people about stuff that matters to the people in my side chat, people on the panel. I get rid of them. I don't even give them. I don't give them half a cent.
And that's their right. Their right is they can have their own channel and say what the fuck ever they want to say. You know what I mean?
And your right
I don't have to watch that.
Means you also have the right to suffer the consequences for said freedom of speech. That's what people don't understand. When they talk about freedom of speech. They think I'm supposed to allow them to say whatever the fuck they want. No. If you say something I don't like, not necessarily don't agree with, but don't like, that's coming off as being an asshole or a jackass, I have every right in the world to get rid of you. It's my channel. It's my show. It's
Did
my
you
livelihood.
see? Speaking of this, since we brought up politics,
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
see the man that tweeted that Donald Trump's son should be taken away from his mother and thrown into a cage with
Was that Peter
pedophiles?
Fonda? Was
Yes.
that Peter Fonda? Yes, I seen it. And I responded to it on Twitter, and my
That
Twitter
is
blew up.
lunacy. Lunacy.
And
Like,
it's crazy because they think that the problem is they don't even have the fucking facts right. The law that Trump has enacted or following, everybody keeps saying it was passed by the Republicans in 2002, and actually
Nope.
it wasn't. It was originally
Nope.
passed in 1997 by the Democrats.
Yep.
It was a new law passed in 2002, has similar things in it, but the original law that separated children, the reason why it separated children from parents is because parents could be held for however long it took for being illegally here. Kids were only by law, per that law, only allowed to be held for 20 days.
here's my thing. Regardless of whatever law separates them, it sucks that has to happen. For one, you don't know if they're their parents. For two, if they are their parents, it's their fault that they're doing something illegal. Period. You know, like they're outraged at Trump. First of all, it's not even his law. He's begging Congress to fix it. He had to fix it himself with an executive order.
Because Congress doesn't want to do shit because you got the midterms coming up, and neither side wants to run that risk of pissing off a demographic.
But here's the thing, right? The media, what kills me, what fucking kills me, is that the media is outraged over this thing that's been happening for years. Might we add, okay? But you want to say that you're so. What about the kids? The kids, the kids emotionally incite something in every American, pretty much, right? So they know this. So what they're playing on people's emotions, which is, you know, it's a tactic, whatever. But if you're outraged that children are being separated from their parents, but you're going to advocate for a child of a politician to be tortured, fuck you. You are disgusting.
The thing is, I don't even give a shit about their kids. See, when we were all kids, okay, if our parents made stupid decisions, okay, we'll take Judith, for instance, because she says it's inhumane to hold these children. If your mom and dad, when you were a kid, were crack addicts, spent all their money on drugs, didn't pay the fucking rent, what would end up happening? Your parents would get kicked out of the home they were living in, or your apartment they were living in, or whatever.
What about me?
When would the kids? Where would the kids go? With their parents.
Hello. When I broke the law, when I was arrested, guess what? I was separated from my children because I broke the law. The fuck? It's literally, it's almost to a point now that I don't even think people can actually believe the things that they're saying.
And Miss Ash, I have to tell you, we're not putting people in internment camps. Those pictures you're seeing are bullshit. Those pictures came from 2014 under Obama's administration. He was the one fucking doing that, not Trump. But if you're here illegally, your family suffers the same repercussions. Do you realize that 2/3 of the kids that they're claiming were separated from their parents were sent here without their parents?
Okay, does anybody know why this law is even a thing? Is because a lot of the people that come over and bring children, they are being trafficked. They're not their parents.
They're being kidnapped, taken to the border so they can get across the border with these kids, and then the kids are being left. And that's a fact. Another reason for the law was because what was happening is with the catch and release, people coming over across the border, they're sending their kids over because they've already got a parent that's here illegally. So the government was taking the kids, finding a sponsor. Exactly, Miss Elf. I agree with you. But what they were doing with these kids is they were finding a sponsor, usually somebody in the kid's family that was already here illegally. They would be giving a court date. And what happens is they give the court date to this illegal alien family who move and never show up.
Night Sea Blue.
Exactly, Trailer. I agree.
And here, the thing about it, our mainstream media, it's it's not even a secret anymore. Like, it's so blatantly obvious that they want to make Trump look bad, even when he's not even responsible for the thing they're blaming him for.
What astounds me, Steph,
so blatantly
is the
obvious,
fact that they want our president to fail. Do they realize that if our president fails, our fucking country fails? It's like having a pilot that you don't like. You're flying from LA to New York. It's a long fucking trip. You don't like the pilot because he's an asshole.
Hey, okay? Scarlett, have you ever seen before the level of outright open disrespect for the president of the United States?
I've never seen it before.
I've never heard of it. I mean, obviously,
getting his blowjob in the Oval Office, he disrespected the office so badly. Nobody still denigrated him. Nobody in the public, even people that disliked him. Why? Because Republicans don't usually do that.
And then to disrespect Melania the way that she gets disrespected, like
for no
by
reason.
the same people. Listen, by the same people that are feminists that fight for women's rights attack a woman for nothing. The fuck is wrong?
Let me say something real quick. Fuck feminism. Fuck feminism. If you want to be a fucking for everybody having the same rights, how about being egalitarian? Fuck feminism. Yep. Fuck the new thing. I make a joke because there was a movement going around. It was a smart ass movement. It was called Meninism. Just to fuck with the third feminists so they'd lose their shit. I was a big part of that over the past couple of years. It's not really a movement, but we figured we'd be assholes and be smart asses to them. But now this is becoming an actual movement. It's kind of like the MGTOW bullshit.
Well, here's the thing, though. There's laws being passed, such as what do you call this? Whenever you get in college because you're a minority or a woman, there's a word for
affirmative action.
Thank you. Yes, affirmative action, right? So what's happening is because of feminism has gone so fucking far that men are being discriminated against, but they're not even allowed to talk about it, right? Because they're white and they're privileged and they're men and they've been handed to all this shit that's not even nobody can prove or can see. That they're being discriminated against and nobody cares and nobody's listening to them about it. Because
this morning,
it's sad.
I had a discussion with a third wave feminist who kept trying to tell me I had privilege. I'm like, exactly what privilege do you think I have? Tell me what I have that you don't have.
Scarlett, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing. A lot of people don't I think because the way that I think about it is that we white people have been taught pretty much somehow that they should be guilty for being white their whole life, that now when you're outright being treated differently because you are white, racism, right? Outright racism, that you're not even supposed to care or it's not supposed to matter because somehow you're white.
It's just a white guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insanity. It's racism.
How I became so pretty, for those of you who don't know, I've survived cancer 4 times. The first time I had cancer, it took out my eye and left me scarred. Now, I've got massive scarring in my left side of my face, most of it covered by the patch. But when I got sick, they'd given me 6 months to live. So I tried to get help with the medical bills so I could try these other treatments to help prolong my life. I was told, nope, I was a guy and I was white. I could get a job. Get my church to help me. My first wife, she passed away in 2008 from throat cancer. And from the minute she got sick to the minute she passed away, they gave her every sort of benefit under the world. Took me 10 years to get my disability.
I believe it.
I'm not only disabled, I'm a disabled veteran who served my country honorably. Took me 10 years to get mine because I was a white guy. Took my wife 2 months to get her Social Security disability.
Affirmative action.
No, Queenie, I'm just me, honey, but I appreciate that. I'm just me. I'm nothing special. I'm just me, yo. I'm just not afraid to say anything because what are you going to do to me? You're going to pluck out one of my eyes? I've had 5 back surgeries and my foot reattached. You're going to chop off my foot?
Patch, too, that I love about you, right, is that you can make jokes about your terrible, horrible, unfortunate situations that you've been through here's the thing, right? When people are able to make jokes, it kind of makes uncomfortable situations more tolerable, and it gives people a way to deal with situations that aren't so easy to deal with, right? That's the point of joking about certain things. But we've become so offended as a society that we can't even joke about race. You're not allowed to joke about race, and there's certain jokes that shouldn't be said that aren't funny, right?
Right.
But to be able to say certain things, and I think it makes people be able to relate to each other and enjoy each other, you know?
And realize that not everything that's happened to you has to be some sort of hush hush secret. Don't say anything because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. I introduced myself as Patch, for fuck's sakes. How much ceremony do I stand on? Why? Because a lot of people don't bother to learn your name. So the first thing they see about you that sticks out is what they remember. How I got the name Patch. I used to do construction for a living. When I was getting over the whole brain cancer thing, I was working for a Canadian dude, working all over the country, building water slides at water parks. And the guy kept calling me, hey, you, One Eye, instead of using my name. Now, Stephanie knows my real name because it was my Twitter name for a while. The guy couldn't remember my name, and I got pissed off one day. I was like, you know what, dude, it's really simple. If you can't fucking remember my name, just call me Patch. Because this whole One Eye thing is going to get your ass kicked eventually.
Yeah.
Because you're going to piss me off because that's being rude and disrespectful. And it's been Patch ever since.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not bashful, and I'm not afraid of anything because I've lived through so much and I've survived through so much. My life is fantastic. I'm dirt poor. I have 4 kids and a gorgeous wife who loves me. Not a fucking thing any of these trolls or these thin-skinned leftist fucktards could ever do to me.
Absolutely.
That's going to bother me.
Absolutely. But I do think that you making light of your unfortunate situations makes it where you're more approachable. You know what I mean? Like in anybody's situation, you know, if you joke about things, there's inappropriate things to say and do, like people go too far, whatever. But in like Roseanne Barr, like when she put that on Twitter, she said that she didn't know the lady was black. People don't believe her. I kind of believe that she did not know the lady was black because I don't think she would have said that if she knew.
She might have, and it's irrelevant. People need to stop fucking being ass hurt. You're 40, 50, 60 years old. The days of you needing a binky and a blankie and a pamper change.
I just don't want to live in a world where we can't joke about things. Like joking is fun. It shouldn't be so offensive. Like people make offensive jokes about me. It is what it is, you know, like it's, I don't know. I just wish
you want to see how much of a smart ass I am? My wife and I joke about my eye situation all the time. We'll go to the grocery store and I'll walk up to the cashier and I'll be the first one in line because usually I'm going to put all the stuff in the cart while she's paying. I'll go, hey, yo, you got to watch out for the woman behind me. Don't let the size fool you. She's mean. And the lady will look at me and go, huh? I'm like, yeah, before I met her, I had 2 good eyes. And I said, yeah, she got mad at me one day and plucked out an eye. My wife will look at me and go, I told you I'd let you keep the other eye if you kept your damn mouth shut. I'm like, but I can't do that. You keep talking shit, I'm going to pluck out your other eye. And I told her, you keep talking shit about taking out my eye, I'm going to send you back to the Philippines in a box and get another mail order bride just like you.
Right. Okay, look, that's the thing. Mitchell makes, Doughboy knows, Mitchell makes jokes all the time because he's black. You know what I mean? He's mixed race, but he makes jokes like that all the time. He thinks it's funny. He does not get offended by it. Like somebody called him a sand N-word the other day, and he was laughing about it because he does look like the way that he looks. He could be Mexican. He could be. He looks. You know,
I don't consider calling him that a joke. I consider that somebody going out of their way to be an asshole.
Right.
But
it wasn't nice what was said to him at all, but he didn't get offended because he was like, you know, I do look like.
But he's also got enough confidence in himself to know that regardless of what anybody says about him, it's not going to change the man he is or the things that he does. I can't stand for people to label anybody any of those things because I get labeled a homophobe, I get labeled an Islamophobe, I get labeled a racist.
That's what I tell my chat all the time, Patch. Do not let anybody listen to this. If anybody ever calls you racist, homophobic, any of these xenophobic, Islamophobic, any of these things, these buzzwords that people use to try to control people, if you know you're not, don't ever stand there and let somebody call you that. Don't fucking take that shit. If you know you're not racist, do not, because of your ideas, let someone call you racist. Only someone knows if they're racist. Because racist is hating someone because it's actual hate in your heart against another race. If you're not that, somebody can call you that.
If you allow them to affect you, okay? Because that's what they do. They say these things to shut you up. The problem with that is I tend to do the exact opposite. You try to shut me up and shut me down, I get louder. I'm from New York. I get louder, I get more obnoxious and more belligerent because I've forgotten more words and more ways to fuck with people than most of these thin-skinned leftist fucktards will ever learn. But Blue Ridge, the problem with your third wave feminist sister, they're trying to say that she's saying that to you, so she'll shut you up and you'll toe the line that they want you to toe. Problem with that is everything about third wave feminism has been debunked, from the pay wage gap, which is actually about 3.5 to 4 cents after 40 years on the job.
I have a question about the pay wage gap. And I talked about this before, and it pisses people off to talk. It pisses women off to hear that it might not be a thing, right? But here's my question, because I don't work, but do I get paid? Hell fucking yeah, I get paid. I probably spend and make more money than the person that goes to work every single day. So is that money considered in what women make? I doubt that it is.
No, it's not. What the pay wage gap is, okay? Well, we'll take, for example, Trailer Talk. Her and I both were. What's up, Miss Mel? How you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. I'm glad to see you here. Sorry, I got off of the topic. Trailer and I both work. Say, okay, we're digging ditches for $10 an hour. Start, okay?
Yeah.
Trailer gets married 6 months into the gig. Okay, we're both working the same amount of hours at this moment. She gets married and has a kid. Okay, so she takes off 6, 12 weeks, 6 months, whatever she feels like taking off. I'm still working. Okay, so I'm working for those weeks that she's gone. So I'm making my $10 an hour, 40, 50 hours a week, like normal. At the end of the year, I've made more money than Trailer. Why? Because I didn't take time off. I didn't take extra holidays. I didn't leave early. And in a lot of instances, when you do the numbers, guys work 10 to 15 hours more a week than their female counterpart. What they're wanting is not income equality. They're wanting outcome equality. So they want to be able to go to work, take off time, take extra vacations, decide they want to stay home with their kids for 6 months, come back, and get paid for all that time off.
What a lot of them want, and this is a general statement, this isn't everybody that's into feminism or wage gap or whatever, but a lot of them want to, just because they have a vagina, make the same amount of money that a man that's been there for 30 years makes, because it's discriminatory.
Exactly. And the problem with it is that when you look at minorities, you look at females, you look at the gay and the lesbian and the trans communities, they don't want equality. What they want is to be better than.
Affirmative action shows that. Affirmative action proves that 100%.
I was talking to a third wave feminist this morning on Twitter. We were arguing. I tend to like to argue with stupid people because I like to hear their stupidity. So it gives me, it works my mind, so I can think of more shit to say in return, in response to it. But we were arguing because now I made a comment on Twitter that, used to be if you had an all-white school or an all-male club, we were taking to court, so we had to let everybody in. But now you can have all-female. You can have all-gay organizations. You can have all-black schools. I mean, for fuck's sakes, Harvard did it last year, an all-black graduating class.
Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate
that. What's up,
that.
brother Vinny? It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, and another thing that I don't think is considered in the wage gap is welfare. Because there are a lot of women that are single that have a lot of children that make a lot of money. I mean, let's
what's funny
real. I know
being
people
a single man can't get the same benefits. Being a single man with family, with kids, you can't get the same benefits. What's up, Blue?
The fact that affirmative action even exists, and I've heard people try to explain the reasoning for affirmative action, you know, and it's absolute and utter shit, right? Like, it's pretty much saying, from what I've heard of explanations of why we need affirmative action, is that Black people and women are less than. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Everybody has
affirmative
equal
action
opportunity
started.
in
No,
America.
when affirmative action was started, they needed a leg up. Why? Because they weren't offered the same opportunities, they weren't offered the same educational experience, and even trying to get it done organically wasn't working. There's still discrimination, still racism, still keeping people down based on their ethnicity or their sexual preferences. Shit, even having tattoos back in the day kept you from getting into a lot of things.
But how? Okay,
Affirmative action was great
Hold.
to get people
Stop.
up on
How
the same
long
level.
ago was it? How long has it been since that you literally were able to be turned away from anything due to
I can get
race?
turned away all the time. I'm white. There's a difference.
No. I'm not talking about now, and I'm not talking about that racism. I'm talking about affirmative action, because you are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to affirmative action. You are not considered.
I'm not even on the level. I'm not even on the list for affirmative action.
No, you are absolutely not even considered. I'm considered before you're considered. But my question is, like, affirmative action coming, I don't think it was ever needed. I really don't. Maybe way a long time ago, but it's so not fair, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck that affirmative action is discriminating against people.
Well, see, but like I said, when it first started, it was needed to get these people, to get the people who are being put to the side or marginalized, to help them get a leg up to be able to compete. But it's been going on 50 years now. Okay, and after 50 years, you shouldn't be needing affirmative action anymore. After about 20 years, they should have started dialing back the affirmative action. Instead, they started doubling down on it. Because now you still got inner city kids and minorities who aren't catching a break. Well, you know, the problem with catching a break is sometimes you just don't catch the break. I'm pushing 50 years old, and plenty of times I ain't caught the break.
I disagree with you. I honestly disagree that affirmative action should have ever been implemented, because to me, it's saying you're not good enough. So if we don't give you this leg up, you can't make it. And that's just not the case. It's not. I've talked to many different people from all walks of life. And if you're told, right, say you're told from day one that there's this thing that's keeping you down, and you're told that your whole life, you're going to believe it, first of all, and you're not going to have a leg up because you think that there's this thing against you, the system, the racism built into the system. And there are racist people, right? But I don't think that the system is racist. I do not think that the system is racist. I honestly feel like it's the opposite of racist.
But it was 40 years ago. It was very racist 40 years ago. You still had Jim Crow laws throughout 3/4 of the country. That's a fact. I can say in the 60s and 70s, and even part of the 80s, you needed something to help these people who were being kept out of schools and being kept out of colleges and being kept out of homes and neighborhoods and jobs.
So why not just change the Jim Crow laws and let them in?
Well, they got rid of them, but you still got to make up for the time that these people couldn't get into these things, so they couldn't be competitive with, say, okay, you're a black lady and I'm a white dude. We start off at the same job, or try to start off at the same job, but you don't have the education I had because you couldn't go to the college that I went to because they didn't allow black women there.
Okay, so I could see maybe for one generation from a certain age to a certain age.
As I said, 20 years.
That I can agree with. But beyond that, it's discrimination against all Americans.
It's also saying that the people that you're doing affirmative action for are incapable of catching up. I mean, they're still doing the white guilt thing, which is why affirmative action is still a thing in a lot of places, because they're still saying, oh, these people were slaves 300 years ago, 200 years ago. I'm like, no, they weren't. They were born 30 years ago. They didn't know anything about slavery. No. Nobody alive today has ever lived through slavery. Most of the people alive today haven't even lived through the Jim Crow laws.
Yeah, affirmative action, I wholeheartedly disagree with.
No, I agree. I disagree with it now. But when it was first
my
implemented, I could see it.
Listen, my children will benefit from that. I don't want my children to benefit from that. I want my children to know that they're good enough to make it on their own. I don't want them to have a leg up because of the color of their skin. That's so horrible.
Where's Amanda? Oh, there's Amanda. I didn't even see Amanda come in. How you doing, Amanda? I'm still waiting for you and I to do a show together, Amanda. We talked about it a while ago. Well, you and me and Stephanie, that is. But I don't agree with affirmative action now. I don't agree with that. It's okay to have all black schools, all black clubs, all black this, all gay this, all purple that. I don't agree with it. And Scarlet, slavery is still going on if you look over in Africa. It's very, very prevalent for whole villages.
It's out right in the open. It's out in the open. It's not even, it's ridiculous. It's so crazy. And the thing about it is, right, that people are told something their whole entire lives that they believe wholeheartedly that they are less than, when they're absolutely not less than. They're told their whole life that there's this white man that's better and you have to work for him. And you know what I mean? Like it's the plantations all over again.
Well, it's a simple thing. It's not just black people.
That's when it's patriarchy.
You have women who believe in the patriarchy. There's some little old white man sitting at the top of this fucking pyramid, keeping all the women down. I'm like, really? It's funny. I see a lot of laws and rules made to uplift women and put them higher than men. And it's a fact, especially in Europe, especially in places like Germany, England, France. Italy is one of the few countries that says, no, fuck you. We're not having that. Third wave feminism doesn't really work very well in places like Italy, Greece.
No, you forgot all about me.
And it's crazy. People want to be equal. They have to have equal opportunity.
Oh, Europe is way worse than America when it comes to racism. Reverse racism, as people call it. It's not reverse racism. It's racism. Racism is racism is racism. Okay.
Right. Regardless of what color you are.
But because of their race,
gender, sexual orientation, religion, that's all fucking bigotry.
Yeah, but you know, like they have where they have a lot of Islamic men that can get away with whatever because the cops don't want to deal with the backlash and they're not protecting the country the way that they're supposed to be.
I have a question for you, Stephanie, and for the side chat. Somebody I got into a disagreement with over the course of the past few days was telling me I belong to the 3%ers of California. So I'm one of those guys that will have no problem going to the border with one of our firearms to defend our border. I was told that our country has no morals and that because we don't allow illegals just to come flocking in here, we send them back. That's immoral. And when I say that morals depend upon where you live, I was told, no, morals are universal. My question to you, all of you lovely people, is do you believe that morals are universal here, the Middle East, China, Russia? Do they have the same morals there that we have here?
Hey, Sam, absolutely not. Their morals are completely opposite of what would be moral here. Actually, the feminists that protect Islamic people to the nth degree wouldn't even have a say in most countries in the Middle East, first of all. And second of all, I think it's morally obligated to protect your country and your civil rights as an American.
Now, let me educate you on something. Just 40 years ago, our moral structure in this country was completely different.
Oh, absolutely.
100 years ago, it was okay for Stephanie's mom and dad, because I think I'm a bit older than Stephanie. We're just going to use ourselves as the example. When Stephanie was born and I was 14, say, hypothetically, because I'm not sure how old Steph is.
I'm 34.
Oh, well, yeah, you're almost 15 years younger than me. Okay, so I'm 15. She's just born. It was not unheard of. It was actually encouraged for Stephanie's mom and dad to have her married off to me at birth. Arranged marriages were the thing. And when she was 14, she'd be married to me, and I'd be pushing 30 at that time. Why? Because your average life expectancy was between 45 and 55. If you were lucky, you lived to be 55 100 years ago or 120 years ago. And she would have to get married young to have 20 kids. So 6 of them would survive by the time they got to adulthood. Because the child mortality rate was so drastically high, kids dying in childhood, that they had to have at least a few kids to carry on the family name. That was morally correct back then. Now it's unheard of. Why? Because we figured out it fucks up our kids' brains to do these things to them because they're not fully grown and their frontal lobes are not fully formed.
Andrew.
This land ain't even in the natives' land. What are you fucking talking about? The natives came here from elsewhere. The natives killed each other off and enslaved each other to take over sections of land. That's a fact if you want to start talking facts. When we got here, there was no government. We settled the areas we settled. We created the country. If it had been for us, there'd be no America, period. We invented the laws. We gave the Indians their own settled. They can make their own laws. They're not bound by federal law. They have their own laws. They have their own ways of doing things because they wouldn't assimilate. What's up, Andrew? But let's,
I honestly don't get the outrage of people and illegal immigration. I think that the media portrays it as legal immigration and uses that to outrage people, because anybody in their right mind shouldn't have a problem with people breaking the law across. Okay, there's so many reasons why, right? Like child trafficking, human trafficking, drugs. If someone comes over illegally, you can't vet them. Like you can't just let anybody and everybody into your country.
Well, after the laws of 1965, the Civil Rights Act of 1965 was lumped in with the Immigration Act. Before pre-1965, we used to be able to ask, what do you do for a living? What sort of education do you have, before we decided whether or not we were allowing you in. So we take the best of the best. We take the best that the world had to offer who wanted to come here. After the laws were changed, the immigration laws were changed, and the civil rights laws were changed in 1965, it became, they just take anybody. So what's been happening is all the people with skills, high education, high intellect, weren't coming here anymore. We were getting all the people that were, barely subsisting where they lived.
Well, people get mad at Donald Trump, right, for talking about MS-13. I'm sorry, but anybody that gets mad about that has no idea what MS-13 is. It has done no research.
Right. But a lot of people that bitch and moan and scream, they don't research anything. They take a snippet off of, say, Twitter, or they see something in Facebook. And that's got to be the truth.
Mainstream media has a lot to do with the outrage, and people they don't realize that mainstream media, both ways, nowadays is 100% propaganda and completely politicized. They're not they're completely biased. You're supposed to report the news unbiasedly, but they don't. That's gone. That's a thing of the past.
I agree.
And I think
Scarlett,
that's
to answer your question there, is this. It's really simple. Do you know what the policy is if you cross the border illegally into Mexico? No. Let's do Mexico. Let's do Mexico. Mexico will imprison you for up from 5 to 10 years. They'll put you in prison and then deport you. Do you realize Mexico is one of the most racist countries in the world? Want to know why? Because you won't find a single black Mexican there. It used to be. Until about,
and that's the thing, right? They have these people around the border that are the gangs and whatnot, right? And they have to pay their money to them. They have to go through them. So these are the kind of people that are handling these people. It is human trafficking. Like the fact that they even have to pay or talk to them, or if they don't, they'll chop them up. Literally,
that coyotes
chop them up.
People that bring illegals here, They charge them an arm and a leg, and if they can't afford to pay the price, especially if you're female, you get to work in a brothel till you pay off your fucking debt to the coyote for coming here illegally.
Yep. But the thing about it is, I understand the empathy of these people that have to live in countries that are less fortunate than our country. I get it. I'm not against legal immigration.
Me either.
But the problem with it is the laws that we have right now make it that anyone can come into our country. And, and that's another thing, right? That people say globalism. It's not globalism. It's not. Because
no, they want it to be globalism. They want to have a one world government and no borders. They want no
borders, meaning that everybody comes to the West. We don't have millions and millions and millions of people from the West going to the East. They won't allow it.
Right.
So it's not globalism. Globalism is that's a bullshit word. They should not use that word for it. It needs to be called something.
They want it to be globalism. They want it to be where there's no countries.
But it's still not globalism because it's
considered globalism where you have one government. If you have one government ruling everybody, that's globalism. So you have no Russia, you have no France, you have no England. Right. You have the country of human. Okay, we'll just put it as the world of human. It's all covered by one government. So they could go west and east and north and south. That's what they want. Problem is, the people that want that are the people that have all the money. If you follow the trail, it all leads back to who has all the money.
The horrible problem with that is, okay, there's culture. Culture is a thing, and there are different cultures that there would be cultures that we would be astounded, that we wouldn't even believe, astonished that it even exists, right? But it's normal to them. And if you have a one world, whatever, it's not going to work like that. You have people that come into America that don't even assimilate to America. Why would we even want it to be that way?
See, Brian, I'm trying to be magnanimous here, Brian, but you're talking about a lot of conspiracy theories that are BS. Who are you, Kate?
Springs and heroin. Talk about this. And they may. You know what? I'll be honest. I think that all states have gotten way too fucking big. It's too much. We feel like we have freedom. We're told we have freedom. We don't have fucking freedom. What our founding fathers expected us to have is not what it is today. They literally take your money from you and give it to other people when you work, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And if you don't do it, you're going to jail. It isn't freedom.
Okay, Brian. Okay, I'm going to say this real simply. Before you start spouting off half-formulated ideas or thoughts, how about you bring up some facts? How about you do some citations? I do this every day. I research daily.
I don't think we have freedom, Scarlett. I think our government is way too big.
We have some freedom. I don't think
it was ever supposed to be this big.
No, the government wasn't supposed to be this big. It was supposed to be small government, and we govern ourselves. Problem is, everybody is so sheeple now that they have no choice but to be run because they don't know how to do anything other.
I don't believe that.
I know a lot of people, and I deal with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis that all they do is spout the same rhetoric without a single shred of intellectual thought put into it. No,
Scarlett, we can vote, but here's the thing, right? Our votes don't even count the way that they would. And the thing about and the state's gotten so big that capitalism isn't even capitalism anymore because there's so many regulations and taxation. It's not what it's supposed to be.
One second, ma'am. But yeah, Kate, who are you? I know you. I just can't remember who the fuck it is that calls me Patchy Poo.
Patchy Poo. Patchy Poo. That's funny.
The problem, Brian, is I understand what you're saying, but you're not offering any citations, any facts, any nothing. You're just spouting things that leftists do.
What does that mean? Compulsory to vote. I've never heard of that, Blue Rich. Do you know what that means?
You have to vote. You have no choice but to vote.
Oh.
Yeah.
We switched.
Well, it's
Welcome
good to
back.
see you switched.
I've lived this. I've seen what goes down in the border. I've talked to vets out in the street. Same thing over and over. They have said they are shipped to war, drugged, and when they come home, no support. Oh, I do believe. Yeah, because here's the thing too, right? The state goes to wars. We have no choice in that. We wouldn't even, if we went to World War, we wouldn't even know until after we were in it. That's what I mean when I say we don't have freedom like we think we have. We have more, we obviously have more freedom than a lot of people, but it's not what it's not what it's supposed to be.
Hey, Brian, I'm a vet. I was never shipped drugged. I didn't come back with drug issues. I just didn't. I know plenty of vets who didn't. I know other people, other vets who came back with PTSD. And yes, our mental health system sucks. It sucks not just for the vets, but it sucks for everybody in the country that has some sort of issue. All they're done is given drugs.
Nobody, Scarlett.
60% of the country is on some sort of SSRI.
Mm-hmm. Nobody has more freedom than we do, probably. But what I'm saying is that the state has gotten so huge that they're involved in our day-to-day lives way more than was ever perceived possible. It wasn't supposed to be what it is now. There's no going back, I don't think. But if I could have
it would take a lot to be able to go back to what they wanted, but there's too many people here. There's too many people across the globe.
No, look, it's the thing about it is the rich. Look at the richest places in America. Look where they're at. Politicians.
Pretty much. Politicians, entertainers.
We need a purge.
Musicians.
The richest places in America are Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas. Those are some of the richest places in America. So it's a money. It's money. It's all about money. That's what it has to do with.
Exactly. And Scarlett, Trump is working things. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. My apologies, hon.
What'd you say, Crystal?
I said we just need to be allowed to have a purge.
Shut up.
Fuck that.
You know.
It'll all handle itself.
No, the purge would end up being racist or sexist or misogynist, misandrist. Yeah, no.
But everything we do is anyway, so hell, might as well let us have that one day. If you're going to judge
each other.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day that's not what it comes to. Honestly, people are. It's the morals are so out the door now that people would be like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll murder somebody one day." Like, what? Where's your morals?
And Brian, I'll do you one even better. I'll do you even a solid because I don't know you. For all I know, you could just be out here trolling, because that's usually what trolls do. One of these evenings, when I decide to do a show, send me through YouTube messages. Send me your Google email. I'll send you an email when I'm going to do a show and we can discuss this. And I'll bring 4 or 5 friends over onto my panel, and we can have a big discussion about it. But you better make sure you have your facts and you have your citations and you have your ability to show what you're talking about instead of just spouting generic
catchphrases. Dollar General. He just sent me the picture of the truck. That's Dollar General's parking lot.
Yeah. I think he's right on that, Blue Ridge, though, because the thing about it is if the more money you have, the more resources you have. So then you'd be able to protect yourself better, arm yourself better. So the richer you are, the much higher chances you would have to stay alive. Hey, Stellar. I'm about to get off.
Stellar,
here.
how are you doing?
I'm about to hop off here and go watch Ladies Night.
What's Ladies Night?
On Diane's channel.
Oh, it is?
I don't know what to talk about tonight.
I'll be avoiding Ladies Night. Ladies Night kind of makes my skin crawl.
Oh, come on, Pat. You know you want to come to Ladies Night.
No.
You're already the ladies' man on the stream. Come on. All the
No.
girls would love that.
Well, send me a link to the side chat, and I'll probably come visit for a minute.
Yeah, and if you get Brian on, let me know. I'll be more than happy to.
Of course I will. Of course I will. I mean, I'm offering this I'm offering this for real. Okay, I'm not saying this just to blow smoke up your ass, Brian. I enjoy having people on who don't agree with me necessarily. As long as you can keep your emotions in check and not start insulting people who show you why they disagree with you. Because I don't believe in insulting people. You can't ever say that, Brian. See, that's the problem with people on your side of the fence.
You don't have to turn your camera on. You can just use your icon.
Right. I think he's saying that just because there's a screen, just because we're doing it online.
Oh, gotcha.
That's not going to lead to anything. It probably isn't. But if you change people's minds, then it's not like it's not unheard of where I think something one day, and then after talking to somebody a week or two later, something sparks in my brain, and I say, "Hey, you know what? It sounds possible." Hey, trailer, this is me.
There you go. Type in the chat.
Oh, Brian, my purge comment was just a joke. If you watch, their whole entire political conversation, I stay quiet. When it comes to political, I don't say much. I just randomly will pop up with the dumbest things here and there. That's me. That's a crystal move.
And that's just it, Blue Ridge. That's what it's all about. Having the discussion. It's not a matter of trying to force you to see things my way or the other, or vice versa. It's a matter of discussing things and bringing everybody's minds to some sort of agreement or consensus. Even if you don't agree with everything, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree on shit.
I just like to talk about it because I just, the mainstream media and the way that they portray things is asinine. You're grounded, Crystal. Jigglypuff grounded you.
Okay, I like the ground.
Okay, I'll back in time out.
Make sure she stays grounded. But yeah, Brian,
and I love to have a discussion. And look, I don't know everything. My mind can be changed on things. There's certain things I don't think I'll change my mind on because I have seen the facts. Because here's the thing, I was liberal, completely consider myself liberal, and I still have some liberal views. I'm not right wing, but I'm definitely more conservative now than I was, and I just coincide more with conservative views now.
Durizzle, I appreciate that. It was nice to meet you as well. And mind you, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. But at least I'm the guy that can say what I feel like saying and what I believe is true. And I have an open mind to listening to what other people say, providing you follow a few rules. You're not disrespectful. You don't start insulting people. You don't start, labeling people things just to shut them up to get your point across, because that's the quickest way to get the fuck banned from my channel.
That drives me batty. I can't stand I can't stand being called a racist, and people using that word as a weapon. I hate it.
Well, my retaliation of being called a racist is that I pop up with my avatar of my wife and I together. I'm like, I can't be racist. None of my kids are white. They're all mixed.
Same.
My wife is Filipino. My first wife was Cherokee Indian and a bunch of other nationalities.
I think, honestly, though, that's kind of what makes us feel more comfortable about discussing our views on certain things. Because if we didn't have that card to play, it would be a whole lot easier to label us racist, even though we're absolutely the furthest thing from it.
And Evan, I'm a 4-time cancer survivor. The very first time I had brain cancer, it took away my ability to use my left eye. So I only have one eye that works. The patch is not for effect.
A lot of people don't like politics. It's one of my most subjects that I'm most interested in is politics and learning about politics and discussing politics. So I know not everybody likes to watch it.
Brian, I approach these conversations without an ego. Why? Because I know what I believe, and I know what I think, and I know what I've researched. If you've got stuff that I've researched that I've not researched fully and don't know the full story on, I'm more than willing to listen to you with an open mind. But by the same token, if And I do a lot of research daily on these types of topics. My wife and I are constantly talking about this stuff. Oh, you're fine, Evan. No, I appreciate that. I had neurological blastoma.
Does your wife have conservative views too?
Yes, my wife is a card-carrying conservative as well. You just heard her giggling. Yeah, she's a card-carrying conservative. Scarlett, you never tell anybody about anything. You give them the name.
Laughed. I like her.
I think QAnon would be too much for people that are because a lot of people that watch me, hearing me talk about it, probably the first time that they hear anybody talking about these certain kind of subjects without it being completely biased in the media, you know, and that's like, if you don't already know what.
But not even that. You never tell anybody about something. You give them the information and tell them to go do the research. Why? Because it means more and they learn more if they research it themselves, so they're not biased by anything you might say. Because I could say a lot of stuff about QAnon and then say, I think he's full of shit. And the last thing you'll hear me say is he's full of shit. And that's what'll be in your head when you go to do your research. If I say, hey, this person QAnon, you know, they can go look it up. They can go research and make their own decisions. You get what I'm saying? I don't like to bias anybody on anything that I have a thought on. Why? Because I don't want them just agreeing with me or believing in me without doing their own research. Because like I said, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm not always right. I can say that. But I also give you the respect and think that you're intelligent enough to do your research and then come back to me with what you think. And then we can discuss it from there.
Trailer talk. I think it is due to lack of argument a lot of times too, honestly, because this might sound harsh. A lot of people believe in certain things politically and they don't even know why or know the research behind it. Like if you ask them to explain their views on things, they simply cannot. They only believe it because they were told that it was the right way, the right thing.
Yeah, no, you can't just look conservative, dear. You know, if your spending budget is bigger than a national debt, you're not conservative, my dear. Sorry. I love Mel. Mel's been a friend of mine for a long time. One of the first people that subscribed to my channel when I first started doing videos. And usually every time I do a live show, Mel always shows up. And offers some good compensation.
She said she studied political science. The universities nowadays are so fucking far left. It is indoctrination.
But see, I think Trailer is more around our age than she is my daughter's age. So I think she got in when she was in school, when it was still actually teaching you shit that mattered.
When they taught you to think?
Right, when they taught you to critically think.
Yeah.
As opposed to just follow along blindly and be sheeple.
Oh, you're not allowed to think.
I love that you ask lots of questions.
Did you see the teacher the other day that talked about, what's the man's name? Shit. I'm looking at him in my mind. The man that got arrested for talking about Islam. Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson.
Yeah. So she talked about Tommy Robinson, and they put her in a room and bullied her for so long because she brought up Tommy Robinson.
Well, the problem was what Tommy did wasn't illegal. The judge decided to put a gag order on so nobody was supposed to be able to ask anything, and he went and did. And now they moved him from the prison he was in.
They've been on a witch hunt for a long time. They want him dead.
Especially for him. And they moved him to a Muslim, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? When you got somebody that's like, you got one group of people that's mostly there. He's in a prison now. Yep. He's in a prison now that's mostly Muslim.
Not only just mostly Muslim, right? In his past times that he's been incarcerated, they literally discussed, okay, here's A block, B block, and C block. B block is where you absolutely do not need to go. They want you dead. You need to go to A. A is the best place for you, right? They go talk to the whoever decides, come back, and they're like, "Oh, you're going to be blocked." It's blatantly obvious. They're not even trying to hide it.
Right. But that's my point. They moved him to a place that's mostly Muslim. Most of Tommy Robinson's stuff has been anti-Islam, anti-Muslim, or let me rephrase, anti-extremist Muslim
Racist.
Islam.
Everybody or most people in Europe think Tommy Robinson's a racist. He's absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
And I don't understand how talking about Islam can make you a racist. It's not a race.
Because they get to have special considerations. Okay.
But it's not a race.
Make fun of Christ, you can make fun of God. According to them, it's kind of like being a Jew. The Jewish people are not only a religion, but they're a race. That's the only religion, that's the only section of people in the world that can be both a religion and a race at the same time. Because when Muslims want the same thing, they're not getting it because most of us don't, because there's a lot of people who live there who don't follow Islam. You've got a lot of Christian. Oh, no worries, Hondo. I know who you are. I'm not worried. It's all good. But Brian, it's good to see you. But yeah, the problem is anytime you talk about Islam, they have it in their own book that says you can't disparage or talk shit about or say that the Quran is wrong. It's the only religion in the world where you can't do that. Every other religion in the world is like, we don't care if you say we're wrong. Prove us wrong.
Well, they're afraid of the backlash. That's the problem is they're not really worried about what Tommy Robinson is saying. They're worried about the backlash and how they're going to deal with it. But they're totally dealing with it in the wrong way because they're taking all of his freedoms away because he's speaking about something that he has every right to speak about.
And the funny thing, Blue Ridge, is that Muslims in India, in Africa, they're totally different than the Muslims in the Middle East. And you can't have a religion that says they're all the same and then have like the Muslims in Indonesia treat people differently than they do in the Middle East. And Robin, yes, knowledge is power.
And that the whole problem about the way that they're witch hunting him is that he's not doing anything wrong. He's just speaking about something, and he's not talking about it in a way that's wrong. Like he's just saying facts, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to deal with the backlash.
What they want is they want people to not listen to the abrogation. What abrogation means in the Quran, at a certain point in time, the Council of Imams, the Council of the Enlightened, decided, hey, anything that happened after this point in time is what you have to follow. Everybody talks about how Islam was a religion of peace and tolerance and sharing of ideas. It was in the beginning. Want to know why? Because Muhammad didn't have any followers, and he was being run out on the rails from every village, every city, every town he went to. So he decided to make it an all-inclusive religion to get people to convert. Once he became a warlord, he stopped with tolerance. He stopped with allowing people to practice what they felt like practicing and forced you to either convert or pay the jizya, which is a tax for non-believers. If you didn't pay the tax, you were enslaved. If you didn't pay the tax and didn't allow yourself to be enslaved, you were killed. Why? Because now he had tens of thousands of soldiers now behind him. So he could take at the point of the sword what he couldn't get by diplomacy. Get what I'm saying? Before that, though, he had no choice but to be nice and loving and all this other stuff. But after abrogation, after that point, what the Imam said, from this point forward is what you have to follow for Islam. That was him being the mercenary, the warlord. The religion wasn't based on love and peace and acceptance and tolerance. It was based on do this or else.
And the thing about it is, right, everybody should be able to practice whatever religion they want, but you cannot discriminate against other people. If you're going to say, well, these certain people have a pass, then you have to give everybody a pass. That's the problem. The problem is, and when somebody gets a taste of that, they're going to use that to their advantage. Anybody would.
Well, and the thing is, okay, we even have racial discrimination here in this country. Do you know the religion that's most discriminated against in this country? I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
Christianity?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And do you want to know why I know this? Because there's been a couple of little mom and pop bakeries over the past few years who've had to shut their doors because they decided they didn't want to participate in gay marriages. Mind you, they didn't care about making the cakes or doing any of the food preparation. They didn't want to be a part of the actual ceremony or part of the planning. But because they didn't want to be part of the planning, they were labeled as racist and homophobic to the point where they were taken to court and sued. What ends up happening? These companies, these little mom and pop joints, ended up winning their cases in the United States Supreme Court. But they lost everything, even their ability to do business, because the fines and the fees from the lower courts was so outrageous that they couldn't afford to stay in business. But, and this is fact, a local news company found out about these. When we're talking about religious discrimination, Taylor. It's not about bakeries per se. It's about Christianity being discriminated against in our own country in light of everybody else's wants and desires. If I don't want to be a part of your wedding because it goes against my religion, I have that right. But according to the left and the liberal left at that, they're saying, no, you have no choice but to suck it up and participate in things that you don't want to participate in, whether they go against your religion or not.
Right.
And if you don't, you're getting forced to basically at the end of a gun by taking them to court, suing them, lobbing all these assertions and accusations against them. And the fines and the fees and the fighting for your religious freedom has cost so much that a lot of these companies have gone out of business. You know,
Crystal, check your DM.
It's all the same. It's all the same story, but different pieces of the puzzle that make up the story. You know, it's just we have to be careful. We have to maintain our religious freedom, our right to freedom of expression, freedom of speech, our rights to freedom to own firearms, because without the Second Amendment protecting all the others, we soon lose all of our others. You know, but I digress. I know Stephanie was wanting to leave like 10, 15 minutes ago.
Well, I might not now. I might have some drama that I want to discuss for a minute.
Oh, okay. Please knock yourself out, dear. I'm filling up my e-cigarette.
I got a new vape, by
Great
the way.
talking to you. Huh?
I got a new vape.
I'm still here.
Okay, do you want me to do that now? Can I do that? Look at my new vape.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have a couple of things I want to screen share. Let me get them ready first before we talk about some drama to end our stream off.
Just a second.
All right, only because I love you.
Tell Doughboy I said quit lying. Can't even listen to him.
It's all right.
Okay. So, as you guys know, or might not know, that rumor has it that, hang on, did I open this? Hang on, I'll screen share. That Crystal ran in to someone at the store. And apparently, someone says that Crystal, I'll give Crystal with the black tooth till tonight's boardroom meeting to confess. Okay?
Kindergarten playroom, as I call it.
to the boring room. And here's a picture of a vehicle. And there's another one somewhere.
That is being claimed that is me and Doughboy and what would have been my ex-husband's Yukon, but they got the wrong person, wrong truck.
That's a truck.
I'd like that truck.
That's a fucking truck, you guys. The fuck out of here.
You look on the door, it says 250 on the side of that truck.
Hell,
That's
I'd love that truck.
obviously a fucking truck. Anyways, here's Crystal's car right here.
That's my ex-husband's Yukon, which, as I repeatedly have told in the past, it is a Yukon XL.
I don't know what I drive it anyways.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
So here's what I discern from this situation. Someone, I don't even think, not even the person making the tweet, I think her friend is very, very, very bored and really, really wants some drama in her life. She's fallen off the wagon, it seems, and she's reaching so far. I think she's going to hurt her back. But stop lying. Stop fucking lying. The fuck out of
Like
here.
I said before, I always have receipts. I always come prepared. And again, another one bites the dust because, again, I can prove how wrong and incorrect they are.
I mean, if somebody's blatantly lying on you and trying to, and they don't even use the same vehicle that you drive, obviously you can. It's really easy.
Obviously, it's very proven right now who is truly obsessed with who.
Right.
Let's just go there. Who could really be that obsessed that they would do something that stupid? Not me, because I'm not the one who claimed it.
And I told you this, Crystal, that she's been trying to get a rise out of anybody because she misses the attention that she was getting. She's not going to get any attention from me. She's not going to get any attention from you, but she's, you know, having her friend lie for her. And I don't, you know, maybe she believes her friend, you know, so she is not lying. That's just her information. But you're wrong, Sam Telfer. You're wrong.
And first off, the girl in the picture, her hair is short. Mine is longer than that. And I haven't worn my glasses in months. And I haven't even been in Sneaks Ferry. Everybody on my Twitter can see I've been in Kerr Beach. I've been in Carolina Beach. I've been in Fort Fisher. I've been on the ferry. I've been living life. I have not been one care about this whole YouTube shit. The only reason why we are speaking of this is to fix the incorrect of the information that was given and the ignorance behind it with a threat.
It's so transparent that she wants you to give her drama. She wants your attention so bad. Stop. It's gross.
Yeah. Sorry, sweethearts. You're not going to get what you're wanting. I'm not going to bark back. This pit bull mouth is muzzled pretty well here lately, and I'm enjoying my high life.
Can I ask a simple question?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm going to ask a simple question. It may sound stupid or whatever. Why bother? I don't give a shit about proof. You can say whatever the fuck you want about me, and I don't care. Because
the only
those that know
reason
me know
that it matters
who I am.
is because there was a legal case. And she's trying to make it out
pretense that I was somewhere stalking her, knowing that the case is still somewhat open, and any false identification or false anything can cause her the case. Which
I get it.
Yeah, because Crystal was stalked.
Law enforcement has been notified.
Crystal's job.
I was just curious because I see a lot of people do that.
We love pit bulls.
Yeah. A YouTuber went to Crystal's job a couple of times, so there was an actual real life stalking case. Yeah.
Well, my point was I see a lot of people doing that, especially lately as the summer started. People have kind of lost their fucking minds. So every time somebody says something about you, you got to feel the need to defend it. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want about me. If I don't like it, I'm gonna block you.
Yeah, I used to feel that way personally, but now, no, I don't at all. Because the thing about it is, first of all, if your credibility already sucks, I don't feel like I need to defend myself towards you at all anyways. And, you know, second of all, I could care less. I know myself, you know?
It's not even that. The people that know me, the people that have been with me since I started, people that love me in my real world, they matter a whole hell of a lot more to me than some schmuck on the screen who don't know me and just wants to talk shit because now he's pissed off about something or doesn't like me for some reason. I give a fuck less. My theory is, you see any care in this one, in this eye right here, you'll see actually nothing in this one, which shows you exactly how much I give two flying fucks what people think about me. Because I'm going to be me and I can't please everybody and I don't give a shit if you like me. If you don't, that just saves me a lot of drama because then you don't come to my channel bothering because if you do, I'm just going to block you.
Right. We're not, everybody's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, like
Right.
that particular person we were talking about, I just don't watch her channel because I don't.
I don't watch her. I would have not known if it was not told to me, and it was told to me. That's the only reason why I even addressed it.
And Jiggly
Well,
and Trailer, I have a Pit Lab mix. That's my best friend in the whole world next
I
to my
want one
wife.
so bad.
And I just picked me up a cane because my bad leg.
My pit bull was my role.
So I just picked me
They're
up a
so
wooden
sweet.
cane. My dog don't like it because it's on my side of the bed. He thinks it's going to eat daddy.
He has to protect you.
You know, always.
That's his job.
When I fell down the stairs
Hey, my cat.
and hurt my back a few weeks ago, about a month ago, he decided he was going to try and help me get up. Kept running his nose up under my back trying to
Crystal,
lift
your
me. I'm
camera's
like,
on.
dude, you're killing me.
Your camera's on, Crystal.
Look at that
Oh,
food.
she's showing food. Okay.
Where's mine?
We're not.
Jesus Christ, you need to send me some. That's okay. I took my wife out to a Korean
It's the
barbecue
Chinese
today.
buffet.
Oh yeah, my wife
So
and I
good.
love that here, but we'd also love they've got a Korean barbecue joint here.
I know, Mama
Where you
Cat. I
fix the
missed you.
food, where you fix the food at your table. You cook your own food, and it's all you can eat. And my wife and I love that. That's our date place.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. I love Japanese food where they cook it in front of you. Oh, so good.
Hey, Trailer, I'll watch your video. And
That's my next thing I want to try.
You've never had Japanese food?
No.
Oh, there's tons of places at the beach. You have to try it. You'll love it.
And Jiggly, that's why we got Dino, so he can be my service dog and our 6-year-old service dog because she has eyesight problems. I'm legally blind, so his problem is he doesn't like anybody that's not in the family. He's not overly socialized. So if you come to the house and he don't know you, and you don't live here, he's not letting you in. He's a great
Korean
guard
barbecue.
dog,
That sounds so good.
and he's a great alarm system because he can hear shit from 2 apartment buildings over and be alerting to it.
Yep.
And stay alerted for an hour.
They're so good. Dogs are so good. I want one. When I move, that's the first thing I'm getting is a doggie.
My videos all suck. I'm a
Trailer Talk
one-shot
anytime. Your doggie, Trailer Talk has a beautiful doggie too. But anytime you want to come on my panel, just let me know. Anytime.
Hell, Steph lets me on her panel.
Anytime. I think it's easier, like, if you want to start live streaming, to go on somebody else's panel because you don't have to run the whole live stream yourself. You can bounce off of each other. You know.
Plus, you get to expose yourself to new people, and they get to expose themselves to you without you having to jump in both feet. Because that's how I did mine.
Mexican food too.
I started off as just doing rants about things, and oh, by the way, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter link is on my about page on my channel. But it was easier for me to be on other people's panels because you get your name out there. You get to show who you are without going a whole hog into it. It's just easier that way. You can do it at your own pace.
Yes, and it's hard the first, or you think it's hard, and then you get used to it. Trailer Talk, I promise you'll love it.
And depending upon who you surround yourself with, like people like Stephanie, Crystal, even myself, if people are helping you, it's like I get a lot of people that I don't know but know me now because they've seen me around in so many different places that they already have an idea of who I am. It's just that easy when you get people that are going to offer you the opportunity to have a platform to speak on while you're building yourself up, building up your confidence and building up your ability to speak, because it does require you to put on certain personas when you come on. That's just my my take on it. It's what's worked for me, and I've only been doing this since September of last year. So it's been easy for me with other people helping.
I'm DMing you now, Jigglypuff.
Hey, Taylor, it was good to talk to you. Anytime you want to discuss this stuff, hey, just hit me up.
All right, guys.
If you guys to hit me on Twitter, though, I kind of listen to Twitter, and they're taking away YouTube messages as of July 17th or some shit.
Yeah.
And I work on Firefox. I don't use Google, so I don't get that stupid little direct message on YouTube that they get on Google because I don't like Google.
All right, guys. DM me on Twitter. I will talk to you guys soon.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.
And thank you guys for having me, Steph. Thank you. It was a pleasure. I love
Bye,
it.
Pat.
Guys, soon.
Bye, ladies. Drop me down.